Good morning, everyone. I hope that you all can hear me okay. If you can, um, give me a thumbs up in the chat, um, so I can make sure I'm set up correctly. It's kind of different going live on Facebook and sharing screen than it is with Zoom. So I'm just trying to make sure that we are good to go before I start. Actually looking at my cell phone to make sure that I'm sharing right now. Oh, cool. Okay, so it does look like I'm sharing. Awesome. So this morning, let's see. So this morning I have a little bit of time and I have been wanting to share this with you guys for a while because it's something that I think is super important uh, for you guys to know to get back into school because I know when I started back to school, I had um, I had some difficulties getting motivated to get back to it. I had some difficulties relearning some of the things because high school had been a minute. So I wanted to make sure that I got this to you guys so that you guys could get motivated and have some tips that I didn't have at the very beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and start here. Let me go back to my PowerPoint. There we go. So the purpose is to give you guys some clear guidance and techniques to help you guys get back into the classroom. Like I said, it was a little challenging for me. I was really intimidated going back to school, but I'm glad I did. I just finished my degree. Going back to I'm going for my master's this fall. So I'm staying with it as best as I can. I think school's great. There are a few reasons why I think it's great, but we'll get into that. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about myself, why I think school is great. Getting started, I'm going to share the slides with you guys. I'll put it on the website or on our Facebook page. But I'm going to hide them just for the purpose of this website because there's actually a great video that was done by Holloman that explains exactly how TA works and stuff like that. So I'm not going to play the video or go through all the dry material. I'm just going to hit the highlights that I want you to know, and then I'll upload the slides for you guys so that you have them. Some tips that I'm going to go over in honor societies. So I am Tech Sergeant Ashley Glass. I've been in for about 15 years. I just finished my Bachelor's of Arts degree in communications. I have a minor in psychology. Um, I went to the University of Maryland Global Campus. I really enjoyed it. I've been married for 8 years. And that's my husband and my daughter there. My one daughter. I have two kids, so I have a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old. Um, they keep me busy, but we love them. They're really cute and they are funny and they are my reason for everything. So they're my motivation. But that's me kind of summed up, not too detailed. I could get a little more, but I'm not going to go that much into it. Uh, but yeah, that's my family. All right, so now we're going to talk about why education and why it's important. So higher education is important because it can give you societal benefits. Obviously, you can have better, more intellectual conversation with people. You're more productive. You have a degree. You qualify for more jobs. You make more money. Um, is essential foundation of democracy, vital for society, and provides individual with mobility and opportunities. So I've noticed before starting school and after graduating from college that I feel a lot more confident in, you know, um, talking with people, writing emails, writing papers, and things like that. And it could be the communication degree because it is a lot of writing. but obviously I do need to work on my speaking a little bit, but I do find myself where I start talking, I'm like, wow, how did I know that? So I think that there are a lot of benefits to interacting with people and having those intellectual conversations and opportunities, um, within society. So, of course, higher education benefits include knowledge investments, appreciation for learning and the fine arts, um, social skills, not to get into the whole emotional intelligence thing, but I believe there is direct correlation between, you know, um, being highly educated and emotional intelligence. I personally think it's just intelligence, but that's just semantics. Uh, how the brain functions, taking those classes. I took what was the name of it? Biological behavior of biology, something like that. It had to do with how people behave in the brain. Which sections of the brain are responsible for what type of behavior. And once you understand how the brain functions, cortisol, what's that? What's release of it? Those types of things, I believe that it can make you a better leader because uh, it gives you the knowledge to understand how and why people act the way they act, or to notice differences in people, to have a better understanding of how people really are. Um, you can see the world, travel the world. Obviously you are educated, you have more opportunities, you can get a better job, you can travel, you can see things, you can learn different how people interact across the globe. Fortunately for us being in the military, we have that ability to see different things and learn different cultures. But learning, a little bit more about it, motivates you to travel even more. And of course, there is economic benefits like we talked about before. So the gap earning between college degree holders and those with only a high school diploma are estimated to result in a gap of more than $1 million over a lifetime. That's incredible. Uh, Definitely something to think about. So this is the brief from Holloman. I'm not going to play it because it's really long, but I believe there is a lot of value here. She goes over things step by step, super easy. I did put it in. I did break it down in slides, but I hid those slides, so we're not going to go over those. But I will upload this briefing, these slides into the guide section of the Facebook page. All right. Some of the tips I want to go over with you guys before going back to school, some things that you need to think about, right? Before you enroll, consider what environment will best help you succeed. What type of person are you? Do you need to be in a classroom, or can you be online? Can it be a hybrid version? I will tell you, I have been in a classroom setting and online setting. I did like the classroom setting because I really did value the relationships I made with my fellow students. But I also, and the instructors were always great in person as well. And if you didn't understand, you could get a better understanding if you needed to ask the question. But I did enjoy online as well because it gave me the flexibility I needed as a mom, as a tech sergeant, as a very busy lady, and I was able to learn how to. There's some benefits from both of them, but the benefit from online, in my opinion, was learning how to navigate the internet a lot better. Honestly, I could find anything. How important YouTube is for, excuse me, sorry guys, allergies here in San Antonio, crazy. But the benefit of, looking up something in YouTube and, hey, I don't understand this, I got to watch it again. I don't know about you guys, but if I ask somebody something and I don't get it, I feel kind of apprehensive to ask them again. Look, I still don't get it. But with YouTube, I can watch the video 3 or 4 times and be like, maybe I need it explained another way. Uh, I think it's a great way to go if you're a parent. But I do understand the benefits of in person too. So you just have to decide what's best for you, right? Um, Always use the school resources wherever you go. They have tutors, they have free writing reviews. There's definitely many things that each school provides to students, especially military. I've noticed a lot of colleges are extremely military friendly. So if you are, struggling with something, you can reach out to your instructor and let them know, like, hey, I need some help balancing or whatever. There are so many resources. Like, for instance, if you have I've noticed there are few people in the military that have ADHD. I'm one of those people. If you tell your school, "Hey, I have ADHD," they will make provisions for you and give you more time for your classes. I didn't do it because you have to do a lot of paperwork and doctor's notes and stuff like that. But that they know that people do struggle with those types of things. Um, I personally love the writing reviews. Turn your paper in, have somebody look at it, give you tips on how to make it better. Uh, so just always take a look at your school website, see what types of things that they have available for you. And I can't stress this enough, don't take on too much at once. I've done 3 classes at one time, and I'm not saying it was horrible, but I will say that it's challenging, and you will be up at night and you will not know sleep. But it's doable, but just make sure you can handle it. If you can handle it, then do what you got to do. If you have a newborn and you're working, I don't know, exercise or whatever, 12s or something, I don't recommend taking 3 classes. But if you've got a great support system at home, or if you're single and it's during a pandemic and you're teleworking, and you can't really leave the house, definitely something to do. Honestly, the only reason why I did 3 classes myself was because with having my kids home and not being able to take them out too much, they watched Peppa Pig or played upstairs or something. And I mean, there was only so much you can do inside. So it was working in school for me. So make sure you take your time if you have to, and, use the resources, figure out what type of classes you want to do online, or in person. Sorry that my allergies are really getting me. So the rest of this is just going to be a lot of tips for you guys that I've learned throughout my time in school. So one of the best tips is the Purdue Online Writing Lab. It gives you every possible writing guide out there. There are different types of styles: MLA, APA, Chicago. Um, free resources for everyone. It helps you become a better writer. Even if you use online citing tools, you can always bump it up against this, and you'll see what I mean after. That I wish I had when I started college back in 2003, but it gives you the exact correct way how to do citations, how to write the paper, indent, etc. And right now so I most of the time you're going to use APA. It really depends on your degree, of course, because I want to say that if you're legal, you use MLA a lot. Um, yeah, I think so. And so you just got to pay attention to the guide and what's required for your class. But I know APA, they're on the 7th edition right now. When I started, we were on the 6th, so now we're on the 7th. So got to keep an eye out for those updates. But of course, your school's going to tell you if things change. But the website's here. so you guys can have access to that. I recommend saving it in your favorites. And like I said, this SiteFast.com is amazing because all you do is you click on the website, and um, if you have to reference something, you put in the website, hit generate, and it generates it for you. And then it also generates your reference page, which is really cool. It does support the 6th edition and the 7th. So I haven't updated these slides yet, but it does support the 7th as well. So great tool. There are many of these out there. This just happens to be my favorite. And it saves them. You don't have to even it saves the citations for you. So you don't even have to make an account. It just saves them in there every time you visit, I guess, unless you clear your cache or whatever. But you can cut and paste. It's great. I wish I had this when I was when I first started college, because I will tell you, one of my biggest apprehensions about going to school is, man, I don't know how to cite papers. That's really intimidating for me. I don't know how to do it, but this is amazing. It's a game changer for me. So I think that it would be beneficial for you guys. Sometimes it doesn't automatically generate, but you can manually put stuff, put the items in there, like who's the author, it goes in this block. Who's this? It goes in this block. The year it was published in this block, and then you hit generate, and it just makes it for you so that you have it. It's a really great tool. Another one of my favorite things is Grammarly. Now, I ended up buying it because it's so awesome. I think Grammarly made me a better writer, because once I started to use it, I noticed what errors I was making as a writer. So even before putting it into Grammarly, I learned not to do those things. So what you do is you type something, you copy and paste it into the website, and it goes through your paper and it corrects everything for you by underlining it. It gives you different synonyms. It's an amazing tool. You can use the free one. It's fine, but I do pay for it because I think it's great. It checks for plagiarism too. It's wonderful. I highly recommend this, and a lot of people know what this is, and I learned about what this was when I went to NCOA. So I've been using it for probably about 5 years now. It's great. So this is something new I've been doing. It doesn't always work for me because I can work and focus for probably a couple hours, and I like getting into my own little groove. And once I'm in there, I really don't want to move. But this helps you stay focused, and it helps you stay on task. So it's called I don't even know if I can say it, or the tomato timer. Let's go with tomato timer. So it schedules breaks. So if you download this app, right, you go to tomatotimer.com, it will tell you, okay, 25 minutes of work, and then it'll give you a break. 25 minutes of work, and then it'll give you a break. And you just do about every 4 or whatever, and then you take a long break. So it helps you kind of stay on task and help you manage your time a little bit better. So I thought it might be good for some people. It's not really my thing, but it may help some of you guys. So you may want to try it out. This I love. I have a Kanban board, and mine is more, mine, I do it on a Word document. So I put what I need to do. Work in progress board, right? So you have your task, and then in one column that you're working on it in another column, and that it's done in another column. So you can move things. This right here is Trello. You can get it for free, or you can use it, or you can purchase it. I have it purchased, but you can move the cards around. It's just a way to organize yourself. a lot of people use this. You can use it with whiteboard and sticky notes. I actually really like doing the whiteboard and sticky notes so that if my boss were to come in my office and they said, "Oh, I see you're working on this, this, and this," then they don't have any questions, or you can show them, "Hey, this is what I'm working on." It's a great tool. There is if you go to YouTube and you type in Kanban board, you'll find some really cool videos about different ways to use it, but you can do it digitally. You can make up your own. You can use sticky notes. There are many, many ways you can do this to help you get your tasks done. So, one column of my tasks that I need to get done, and you can even break it down even more if you use sticky notes, right? Pink stickies for me are these are really hot tasks. I need to get them done. So my papers or I have whatever coming up. I don't know, my exam is coming up or whatever, but I need to research this or this is due or this discussion, and you put them in pink or week 1 or week 2 or whatever, however you want to do it. And then in progress, you can move them over. Okay. And there's something about, putting the sticky in that last, okay, I did it column, done, complete, that makes you feel like, okay, moving on to the next one. So think of it like a game. It's a great tool to use. I've used it. I use it a lot even now for work, and I will be using it for my master's as well. This is different. I've never used it before. It's a Gantt chart. In my capstone class, my instructor wanted us to use this. I don't know much about it. I haven't really used it a lot, but I put it on here just in case somebody wants to try it out. So there are all kinds of tools out there to help you organize and make sure that you are staying on track of your stuff. And Word Hippo, it's great. It's another one of my favorite things. Even using it for EPRs, you can look for rhyming words, example sentences, translations, definitions, word forms, all kinds of cool things on here. So wordhippo.com. If you're trying to find another word for manage, lead, whatever, you put it in the bar, hit enter, and it gives you a plethora of words. I know that the source is out there, but trust me, Word Hippo is amazing. You would love this. I use it for writing. I use it for trying to find a word that doesn't quite mean something, but it means something else, and I can't think of it. So one of those ones that I really love, and I have it saved in my favorites. All right. So I have a useful apps for student PDF, and I do believe it's already uploaded. But if you go to my website, I know it's in there. So we do have a website that I have some learning tools on. So you guys can check that out if you want to. Also know that Microsoft Word, they have a reference tool on there and it saves all your references so that you can use them again, and it helps you format them. Sometimes Microsoft Word can get me really frustrated, so I don't use it often, but it is out there. I'm working on my Microsoft Word technique myself to get better at it. So I did this PowerPoint months ago when I was trying to do my professional development week, the second one. But I found since that learning styles, I've read a lot of podcasts and a lot of different things that maybe learning styles aren't 100% accurate, because you can't learn to drive a car without just listening. With just listening, you have to be able to see what's going on. So between visual learner and audio and tactical, it takes a combination of all of those. And I really see the point now that maybe this whole what type of learner you are is just everybody's a combination of all of them. I don't think it's one, there's more for one than another. So look into it if you want. You can always Google, is there such thing as a learning style? I found some really great TED Talks on it. I can post them, but I think there have been a lot of things that debunk this, but like I said, check it out. Project management basics. I did some research and I threw some stuff in here to help you guys figure out, like project management, how to do some things and stuff like that. So I haven't used this, but it may help someone, so I put it in there. Easily, it is an amazing tool to help you make infographics. It's free, and I will tell you, you will blow your teacher's mind if you put even forth a little bit the effort in using this tool. I made one for carbon footprint, and my teacher was completely wowed by just maybe 30 minutes of work that I did, on how to do, like just putting numbers and putting some pictures and just making something look pretty, just making that little bit of extra effort. So definitely check out Easily. It's really cool. I really like it. And I can spend a lot of time on there, and I probably shouldn't, but it's a really cool tool to use for school. In honor societies, the cool thing about honor societies is that they help you when you are getting ready to look for a job. So, and scholarships and grants and so on and so forth. But, there are some that are specific to the military, such as Salute. If you go to their website, Salute, and you type in and you look at the requirements, I bet most of you guys qualify for it, and you should go ahead and apply for it because you get a rope for when you graduate, and you can use it on your resume for later on. It's a good thing to be a part of. It shows that you are academically secure, and when people see it on your resume, it shows that you're okay, you want to be part of something. So this one is, I don't remember if this one is free or really cheap. And these do cost, some of them cost money, but in the end, they offer a lot of resources, so they are worth it, in my opinion. I do like being part of them. I do like, having them on my resume. I like that I'm part of the Salute because I'm military. I like that I have more scholarship opportunities. I think they're great. So that is it. And that is all I have for you today. There are a bunch of other honor societies I didn't list here that I'm part of. I'm part of two other ones. The NSLS, now that one does cost a little bit more, but you have the opportunity to get, I have an advanced leadership certification from there, which costs, but I mean, it again, for your resume. I am part of another one. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. Alpha 5, I can't remember. But I really do enjoy being part of those. And, they do have specific requirements. You must have this GPA or whatever, but they definitely look really good on your resume and your EPR. If you're looking for something for your EPR that's self-improvement, those are really good too. But here is my contact information. Email me anytime. I'm happy to discuss any type of school or self-improvement, whatever you guys want to talk about. I'm happy to assist. So thank you for letting me do this impromptu live video this morning. Sorry about my allergies. I know I sound nasally and losing my voice a little bit, but thank you for bearing with me, and I hope you guys have a great